In the year of 2024, Toy Pizza Con has become Toy Pizza Expo, a bigger name for a much bigger show set at a huge venue. Thanks to our partners at The Yard in Beacon, we have much more room to spread out and a full day planned of various activities. Toy Pizza Expo is meant to be the anti-Comic-Con. Instead of focusing on selling stuff and commerce and forcing people to buy stale food under fluorescent lighting, we are going to have all-day programming, live podcasts, comedians, live music, everything you could want to foster not just a sense of community, but hopefully the feeling of the best day of your life. If you're into action figures, if you're into comic books, if you're into apparel, posters, postcards, anything creative, we have something for you at TPE 2024. Getting to the show is quite easy. If you're coming from New York City, you simply take the Metro North to Beacon. Very easy, very beautiful train trip. From the train station, you can choose to get an Uber, get a taxi, or make a very pleasant walk of it. It's about 40 minutes, and basically you head down the entirety of Main Street, veering left towards the end, and then walking up a driveway into the parking lot of the Yard. If you're driving in, Beacon is conveniently located just off of 84. If you are in a car, however, realize that parking on site may be limited, and you might be required to park in one of the several public lots a few blocks away. Not that bad of a walk, but something to keep in mind as you plan out your day. There are a couple of fancy hotels in Beacon, right near Main Street. Most notable, the Roundhouse with a beautiful waterfall view. However, for the more economically minded traveler, I would recommend staying in the nearby town of Fishkill. There's a cluster of hotels, all of them are fairly decent, and it's a short 15-minute drive back down 84 to Beacon. The Yard and Toy Pizza Expo should not be your only destination for the day of Sunday, June 16th. There are so many amazing businesses and restaurants you can stop by and pop into as you explore the city. Meyer's Old Dutch is my favorite place to grab a burger. Psychedelic Sunset Vintage has incredible retro finds. Happy Valley, where the last two Toy Pizza Cons were taking place, is a beautiful vintage arcade and bar. Be sure to stop in there and say hello to everybody. You'll also pass the world-famous Quinn's, where our legendary performance at last year's TPC blew everybody's minds, almost got the cops called on us. And Kitchen and Coffee, fantastic, entirely gluten-free bakery that also has a lot of great vegan dishes and just a generally very pleasant ambiance. If you have access to a car, I would also recommend checking out Dia Beacon, a fantastically beautiful installation art museum. And if you want to take a little bit of a trip over to Cold Spring, Garrison area, there's the Magazzino Museum. The cafe is not to be missed, and they have little donkeys. You can pet them. About 15 minutes north of Beacon is Cosm, the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, featuring the artwork of Alex and Allison Gray. This also has a Tool band reliquary, if you're a fan of the band Tool. Alex obviously did a lot of the album art for that band. And if you're spending the entire weekend, I recommend getting a tour of Bannerman's Castle. It's this sunken castle in the middle of the Hudson River. It's really quite wonderful. Although not everything is what it seems from afar. Those tours sell out pretty quickly, so I would advise booking that in advance. The first performers have been announced for Toy Pizza Expo 2024. We are starting with the very funny people at WFYM. You may know them as having been in charge of the Chapo Trap House Twitch stream. These are the funniest guys on the planet as far as I'm concerned, and they are working hard on a very surprising and hilarious live show version of their podcast. If you're a fan of theirs, or you want to see some pretty experimental comedy, I would recommend booking a ticket right away. This show is likely to sell out. And of course, a Toy Pizza gathering would not be a Toy Pizza gathering without Z-Star 7 closing out the event with a free concert for everybody. We're very much looking forward to that. So that's just some of what we have planned for Toy Pizza Expo 2024. A lot more things will be announced. Please follow the links in the description to get the most up-to-date news. I'm very much looking forward to seeing everybody on Sunday, June 16th. Pizza out.